Good morning, I'm Abhidesh Shrestha, and these are the headlines for this hour. Cholendra Samsher Rana assumes the position of Supreme Court Chief Justice, suggests Parliamentary Hearing Committee reject Justice Deepak Raj Joshi should leave. A corruption of 4.35 billion rupees reported in the procurement of 2 wide-body aircrafts by Nepal Airlines Corporation. Chinese President Xi Jinping urges people of Taiwan to accept it must and will be reunited with China, warns China reserves the right to use force if needed. And Manchester United register their 4th consecutive win at the English Premier League, defeat Newcastle 2-0. Let's begin with the latest national political updates. The newly appointed Supreme Court Chief Justice, Cholendra Samsher Rana, has been repeatedly expressing his commitment in working to change the current tarnished image of the judiciary since before and even after his appointment. Rana, who was endorsed by the Parliamentary Hearing Committee, even went on to state that he would not let the other nominee and Parliamentary Hearing Committee reject Justice Deepak Raj Joshi to be a part of the judicial activities. However, in order for his plans to come true, the newly appointed Chief Justice needs to stay honest throughout his 4-year term. Rana was welcomed by Chief Registrar Ranjan Bhattrai with garlands as he reached the Supreme Court after taking the oath of office and secrecy. Other justices went to greet the Chief Justice at his office room itself. The administration had planned for the welcome program in a way that would keep Chief Justice reject Deepak Raj Joshi from being a part of the event. However, after assuming his office, Rana hosted a press conference at his own office, an act considered new to the court's tradition. Addressing the press, Rana also stated that he would not allow Justice Deepak Raj Joshi to handle any cases. Rana also suggested it would be wise for Joshi to leave the Supreme Court instead of holding his position solely on the basis of seniority. Former Chief Justice Om Prakash Mishra, who retired on Tuesday on the basis of age limit, had been allowing Joshi to take up cases at the Supreme Court. Rana, who has been presenting himself differently in comparison to the previous Chief Justices, has urged all to put all the issues of the past aside to make way for a better future and committed in strengthening the public's access to justice in days to come. Rana reiterated that all the commitments made at the Parliamentary Hearing Committee session of zero tolerance against corruption, maintaining judicial discipline, and avoiding any type of biasness among the justices would be given priority. However, Chief Justice Rana faces a challenge to live up to the promises he has made. Chief Justice Cholendra Samsher Rana will lead the Supreme Court for the next 4 years. Meanwhile, in the same context, prior to his endorsement, Rana had expressed that the judiciary would not interfere in the government's decision should it deem the decision justified at the parliamentary hearing session. Now that Rana has assumed the leadership of the Supreme Court, questions have been raised on the possibility of an impeachment motion against him should the judiciary interfere on the decisions made by the government, which is currently led by Nepal Communist Party with 2/3 majority. At the Parliamentary Hearing Committee session held on Tuesday, Rana committed that the judiciary would not interfere on the government's decisions. The judiciary is an independent institution and its duty is to deliver justice as provisioned by the Constitution and accepted laws. Rana had made the statement in response as the lawmakers of the ruling Nepal Communist Party had indirectly mentioned of the government's 2/3 majority at the parliament, hinting at the possibility of an impeachment motion. Former Supreme Court Justice Giri Chandra Lal opined that Chief Justice Rana's statement was not practical and that it raises question on the role and existence of the judiciary itself. Rana has the chance of leading the Supreme Court for the longest time of 4 years in recent time. However, his statements have left a big question on whether the judiciary, instead of working as an independent institution and delivery justice, would be under the shadows of the administration. The subcommittee under the Public Accounts Committee formed to carry out an investigation into the financial irregularities seen during the procurement of 2 wide-body aircrafts by Nepal Airlines Corporation has reported a corruption of 4.35 billion rupees during the procurement. Submitting a report to the Public Accounts Committee, the subcommittee has recommended actions against officials who were a part of the irregularity by suspending them. The subcommittee has reported lack of seriousness on behalf of Tourism Minister Rabindra Adhikari during the payment of the last installments of the aircrafts and subsequently taking the issue of financial irregularity lightly as well. The subcommittee has also recommended to initiate process for the suspension of Managing Director of Nepal Airlines Corporation, Sugat Ratna Kansakar. Likewise, the subcommittee has also concluded that former tourism ministers Jivan Bahadur Shahi and Jitendra Dev and former tourism secretary Sankar Adhikari were involved in the corruption and has recommended actions against them as well. The subcommittee has also alleged tourism secretary Krishna Prasad Devkota and former secretary at the tourism ministry and incumbent home secretary Prem Kumar Rai were involved in the corruption. The subcommittee has claimed that the aircraft procurement was motivated by the officials' greed and the financial irregularities were pre-planned. Lawmakers have seconded the propositions made by the subcommittee through the report submitted yesterday. The 2 Airbus 330 had been purchased with a loan of 12 billion each from the Employees Provident Fund and the Citizen Investment Trust. The operation of both of these aircrafts has been limited due to the lack of permits to new destinations. Welcome back. A summit organized at Gufandara of Sindhupalchok to discuss on climate change concluded on Tuesday with the conclusion that climate change has negatively affected the whole nation. However, the concerned government authorities who are responsible to minimize and control the increasing pollution and climate change have been adamant. This is the Department of Environment, which was established 6 years ago to control the increasing pollution in the nation. Since the establishment of the department, 7 governments have changed, and the leadership of the department has also changed 7 times, which clearly shows political interference at an entity that is responsible for improving the environment. The level of air pollution in cities is 4 times higher than the limit. Constructions are being carried out throughout the country without considering the effects on the environment. The Department of Environment has been weak as its ministry has not given the department much importance. The Ministry of Environment is sometimes associated with the Ministry of Science, while at other times it is associated with the Ministry of Forests. Nepal Oil Corporation has reduced the price of petroleum products effective from today. The price of petrol, diesel and kerosene has been reduced by 2 rupees each per liter. Petrol will now cost 108 rupees per liter, while diesel and kerosene will be sold at 95 rupees per liter. Nepal Oil Corporation adjusted the price of petroleum products after the price fell in the international market and due to the Nepalese rupees getting stronger compared to the US dollar. The price of cooking gas and aviation fuel, however, has not changed. Welcome back. The federal government dissolved district public health posts after the implementation of federalism, which has left around 234 employees in Province 1 without responsibilities. In this context, we had asked these affected employees how have they been adjusting to the new system. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
Vaccine ढुवानीहरु भए, कोल्ड चेन मेन्टेनका कुराहरु भए, निशुल्क सिफारिसको कुराहरु भए, नियमित हामीले सुनसरीबाट गर्ने कामहरु पनि हामी नियमित गरिरहेका छौं र प्रोग्रामका कुराहरु चाहिँ प्रदेश स्वास्थ्य कार्यालय मार्फत सञ्चालन भइरहेछ।
जनस्वास्थ्य कार्यालयले पहिला गरिरहेको सम्पूर्ण काम अहिले पनि गरिरहेको छ। तर सुविधा भनेको केही पनि छैन। न त केहीमा बजेट दिएको छ, न कार्यालय खर्च, न केही छ।
काम बनाउन एकदम अप्ठ्यारो चाहिँ भइरहेछ। सबै कुरामा बढार सफासु गरे यताउति सम्पूर्ण कुराहरुमा बिजुली, बत्ती, पानी, सञ्चार, इन्धन दुनिया कुरा चाहिँ एउटा कार्य सञ्चालन हुनको लागि कर्मचारी छँदैछन्, हाजिर गरेर बसिरहेछन् तर एउटा बजेट अथवा त्यो अथोरिटी व्यक्ति पर्सनहरू चाहिँ सेवा सुविधाको कुराहरू भनौँ तलब भत्ता सरसफाइ कुनै पनि छैन त्यस्तो
व्यवस्थित नभएर अन्यलमा भएर अहिलेसम्म आफ्नो स्वस्फूर्त भएर सञ्चालन गर्न सकिरहेछ।
करिब 7 महिनादेखि हाम्रो चाहिँ कार्यक्रमहरू आइरहेको छैन र हामीले जुन किसिमले गर्नुपर्ने थियो त्यो कार्यक्रमहरू चाहिँ गर्न सकिरहेको छैनौँ। त्यो छ। त्यसपछि हामीले अहिले करिब 2 महिनादेखि भनौँ 2-3 महिनादेखि तलबहरू पनि पाएका छैनौँ।
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what should the priority of the newly appointed Supreme Court Chief Justice be? Your options are A. Judicial freedom, B. Quick delivery of justice, and C. Making the judiciary corruption-free. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Sankata Club have secured the second position at the Martyrs Memorial A Division League, defeating three-star club 2-1. This is the highest position Sankata have secured since the team claimed the Martyrs Memorial A Division League title 33 years ago. In the match played at the Anfa complex in Saddabato, Lalitpur yesterday afternoon, three-star had played an attacking game from the beginning of the match. Ranjan Bista finally gave three-star a 1-0 lead after scoring a goal in the 30th minute. Sankata were awarded a penalty kick in the 42nd minute after three-stars Sunil Bal fouled inside the D-box. Amit Tamang converted the spot kick to tie the match at 1-1 just before the half. In the second half, Sankata were awarded another penalty kick in the 62nd minute after three-stars foreign recruit Peter committed a foul on Sankata's Segun inside the D-box. Amit Tamang made no mistake in converting his second spot kick of the match to give Sankata a 2-1 lead. Three-star couldn't make a comeback in the match, and Sankata held on to win the match 2-1. Meanwhile, the only undefeated team in the tournament, Manang Marsyangdi Club, have registered their 12th consecutive win at the Martyrs Memorial A Division League, defeating Himalayan Sherpa Club 2-1. In the match played at the Armed Police Force ground in Halchok yesterday, Manang Marsyangdi took a 1-0 lead after Afiz Olawale scored in the 36th minute. Bishwas Shrestha then came up with an equalizer for Himalayan Sherpa just before halftime. Vishal Rai scored the decisive goal for Manang Marsyangdi in the 63rd minute to seal their 2-1 win over Himalayan Sherpa Club. In the 70th minute of the match, Manang's Muhammad Asif and Sherpa's Bishwas Shrestha were given red cards. And that's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning.